What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to be testing out what's quite possibly the most long-awaited and, quite frankly, ambitious mod for GTA 5 on PC that we've seen to date. And it's by a guy named Josh Ramito, more on that in a sec, but essentially it's a just massive graphics overhaul of the game. So everything from global illumination, anti-aliasing, particle effects, all that stuff has been cranked to 11, and holy smokes, it's pretty gorge. In addition to that, there's also some non-visual tweaks here, including things like AI behavior, weapon mechanics, and vehicle handling and that sort of thing. But I'm not really interested too much in that, as fun as that sounds. For the purpose of this video, I'm more concerned with what kind of performance hit this is gonna mean for any given system. Particularly, and specifically, the one that I have back here on my test bed, rocking a Core i5 6600K stock frequency, and two GTX 1080s in SLI. Those are also at stock frequency. The reason for that is because I couldn't get the mod to work properly without crashing anytime I would load up any sort of overclocking utility. So stock frequencies across the board. In case you're curious, we've got a Founders Edition 1080 on there, as well as a Gaming X 1080 from MSI. And I didn't, they're kind of different heights, so I couldn't use my high bandwidth SLI bridge, so I just used two different ribbon style SLI bridges. Specifically, we're gonna be testing the game at 4K, the vanilla version of the game, as well as the modified one, of course, and we're just gonna see what kind of numbers we get. Luckily, I looked on the developer's website, and apparently you're only supposed to expect about a 5 to 15 FPS dip from the vanilla version, so that's actually not too bad considering how much better the game looks with the mod installed. And I should also mention that the mod does come with like a dozen or so presets, so there's of course the REDUX, the original preset, which is the one that we'll be testing today, but there's also like 11 or 12 other ones that you can kind of swap out, different E and Bs. It's kind of like having a bunch of Instagram filters for your game, for lack of a better analogy. So getting back to the developer himself, Josh Ramito is the guy who's stamping his name on all of this that's been created here, but I was reading a couple articles that have surfaced this morning, or maybe it was yesterday, I'm not sure, and apparently there's some talk or a controversy that he may have used some stolen code from other modders in the community without giving them credit. I haven't done any research other than just reading a couple articles online, so I can't really take a stance right now, but I kind of want to just separate myself from that whole that whole mess, just because that's not really what this video is about. So just bear that in mind. If you did want to like donate, the developer and support them, just bear that you might want to do some research first, just to make sure that this guy really is responsible for this entire mod. On that note, I think we can probably dive right into the benchmark. I'm actually going to show you guys a side-by-side comparison of the in-game benchmark with you're going to see vanilla on the left and the Redux mod on the right, with frame rates and all that sort of thing. So we're gonna roll that, and then I'm gonna get back to you with the performance results, and then maybe we'll actually dive into the game, not just do some straight up, pre-run benchmarks, but actually play the game and see how it does. All right? Sound good? Roll tape. Alrighty then. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little comparison. I thought it was pretty cool. And obviously, from the naked eye, it's so clear. It's so clear how much better the mod looks over the stupid vanilla version of the game. However, that does come at a cost. And that cost is frame rates, bitches. So, how did the two compare to each other? I'm sure you could see the frame rate counters and stuff, but it's kind of hard to actually nail down a precise average. So, the results that I found was 71 FPS with the vanilla version, and we saw 59 FPS on average with the REDUX modification. So that's right in there. I mean, that's what, 10, 11, I can't do math right now. I can't math! But that pretty much falls into the expected range that the developer warned us about. So that's good. And quite frankly, for how good the game looks, it is really not that bad of a performance hit. You can see the frame rate counter in the top left corner right there. We are getting around 50, 60 FPS on average, rolling through the streets trying to chase down Lamar. And it's very playable. It's very playable. It looks frickin' gorge, of course. But it's actually not too bad. I haven't really seen too many dips into the 40s. That's when I start to notice a little bit of chop, you know what I'm saying? And forgive the horrible driving right now. I mean, I usually drive horribly because I'm half Asian, but it's even worse right now because, like I said, the dev has also done some vehicle handling tweaks. So this car does not function like it usually does. I wish I could show you guys RAM usage, VRAM usage, but I can't because all the programs that I try to monitor it with just end up crashing the game because the mod's it's a mod, you know? It's a stupid mod. I would say, like, I'd probably think that you wouldn't be able to run this at 4K unless you had a similar setup as mine with two GTX 1080s in SLI. Maybe even, you know, obviously bonus points if you can get 2 Titan XPs in that bitch. Water cool that shit like J, yo. Because then you get a little bit more VRAM as well, plus obviously the way faster performance. So things are looking pretty good right now. Oh, I saw a dip into the 40s just for a brief moment there, and holy moly. I believe the cars also get destroyed. I mean, the cars just get totally wrecked a lot quicker in this mod as well. So I guess now we're kind of diving into not just the performance, but just how the mod plays and how it handles. But if you guys were curious at all as to the graphics the graphic settings that I'm using, why don't we go ahead and take a look at that? The mod is known to crash here and there in the menu settings, at least in my experience. It's getting a little choppy right now. Here we can see the graphics, 4K baby. I have FXAA on. I don't know why, I usually don't, but MSAA is at 2x. Also got cranked up all the population density. Everything else is pretty much maxed out. Shadows on softest. Reflection MSAA 2x. Oop. And yeah, maxed out all around. Advanced graphics, take a look at that. On. All the shadows. Extended distance scaling. I want trees popping out at me a foot away. So yeah, that looks pretty much more or less maxed out other than anti-aliasing, which, again, at 4K is a little bit gratuitous. I don't really think you need 4x MSAA. Honestly, I do a lot of my benchmarks at that setting just because, for comparison, I just want to push the hardware to its limits. But practically speaking, if you're actually playing the game just to play it, probably don't need the extra aliasing on there because everything's already so smooth. The resolution just makes everything super straight. All the lines. Look at how smooth those lines are. I have no idea how I'm going to outrun the cops in this piece of crap car. Look at it. It's like a lunchbox with wheels. Maybe I'll just outrun them. Oh, I have to return the car. Fuck! The streets look so much nicer. I'm just gonna look at the road the entire time because it helps my FPS. I also like how the modder put in real ads, like there's Pepsi on that truck. Let's just roll around seeing all the trying to find all the. Oh god, how come I cannot? What? Lose the cops? Oh my god! Seriously? If it was a white guy driving, if you run people over slow enough, they'll grab onto the car. See that guy grabbing? He's holding on for dear life. Oh, so the lady. Oh! Yeah, it's kind of a fun feature. We always need more incentive to run over people. All the cars look so shiny. Everyone in this mod washes their car every day. Like, if your car's in this condition, you should not be able to pick up prostitutes. Like, they should not get in your car. Because even they have standards. Right? Hey, Simeon, I returned your car. Not a scratch on it. Alright, later. Coca-Cola. FedEx. I wonder if this video is gonna get flagged for copyright. Hope to God there's not a Nintendo sign. Mission passed. Getting the fuck out of here. My life sucks. Living with my shitty aunt. Always doing aerobics. Stop smoking all my pot. Oh, Hero. Oh yes, you got the Audi. You got the Audi. You got the Audi R8. I like your car. I take your car. Fuck you. I fuck your girlfriend. I fuck your girlfriend all night. I fuck her in your car. I steal your car and fuck your girlfriend in it. She racked it. She honked the horn twice. Oh God. Oh shit. Oh shit. All these lovely people at the beach. Oh, the sand looks amazing in this mud. Yes, it does. Hopping on a sea-doo so we can see what the water looks like. Is that a ramp? Yes, it is. Backflip. Oh fuck. Oh, you can also walk into people and push them. Whoa! I don't know. Could you not do that without the mod? I thought you could. Oh! Charge! I just got $12 for knocking that chick over. Whoa! Hey! Anybody? No one sees this, right? She's cool. She's cool. Don't worry about her. I'm gonna make sure she's all right. If she needs like any water, or you know, I'm checking my. I'm gonna call the cops. I've got my phone out. I'm gonna call an ambulance, make sure she's alright. Yo, I'm just gonna save that really quick. I think she's good. I think she's good. What's up, Martha Stewart? One Punch Man! Sorry. Sorry. I'm doing it for the camera. The camera needs me. Oh my God, this chick's completely naked.
Quiet.
She's completely naked. You don't care?
That's nice.
It is pretty nice. Can you take pictures while running? Alright y'all, I think I have messed around long enough in this mod. I think I'm having a little too much fun at this point. So I'm going to cut it off and let y'all go and enjoy the rest of your day or evening, what have you. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know there wasn't too much data, it wasn't too thick with information, but I just kind of wanted to show it off and see how awesome our gameplay experience could be at 4K with this particular mod. And those two GTX 1080s, of course. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to toss me a like on it, and also subscribe to the channel for more stuff coming at you really soon. That's all for now, guys. I'm going to go ahead and close this video out with some selfies that I've taken in this beautiful mod. Take it easy.